Okay, so I want to add something with the ice cream chords that we can do, and we're going to add a little bass part to it as well, which would be nice, and you can play. We're going to play the ice cream chords, but we're going to mess around a little bit with how long we're staying on each chord. We're going to start with 2 measures of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to be 2 measures of A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 measure of F. 1 measure of G. 2 measures of C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together, it's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2. And there you have it. This is really what the whole song is going to be, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. Next thing we're going to do here with the chords is going to be in the strumming, and that's going to actually end up being happening in the right hand. And what we're going to do is what we call sometimes a backbeat, which means that we're only going to play on the 2nd and 4th beat of the measure. So instead of strumming 4 times, we're going to strum on the we're going to fake strum on the 1st beat. We're going to strum on the 2nd, fake strum on the 3rd beat, and strum on the 4th. So it's going to be look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that I'm making sure that my strums are very short and staccato. I don't let them ring too much. And the trick to do that is there's a combination of what's going to happen here. Part of it is in the right hand. After I strum 1, 2, 3. Once the next beat comes, I kind of very lightly going to put my thumb here against the string and make them stop ringing. You can see I'm kind of doing a motion, turning my thumb in, making sure that the strings stop, and then moving away. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One of the key tricks here is to be careful from doing this. You do want to let the string ring out. You want to hear what the chord is before you cut it out. Just a little bit. So with the combination of chords or the chord progression that we talked about, going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, A minor, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. You can actually add some muting with the left hand as well. Notice how I bring my fingers on the string, but it's got to be a very light touch. Just bring it so you're touching the string. You can see the pick can still slip behind my fingers. I'm not pressing the string all the way down. The reason why is because if you hit the strings too hard, you're going to start getting extra noises that you don't want. The key is to really lightly touch the string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. see that on the C it's kind of easy. You got all your three fingers available for you to land on the strings and mute them. On the A minor you still have the ring and the pinky. F becomes a little trickier. What I'm doing here on the F is I'm lifting my fingers just a little bit. I loosen up the pressure and I kind of raise my ring finger up. And if I'm making sure that I only strum 4 strings, I don't need to do much. What I'm doing here on the F, just lowering my ring finger. Just be careful of not hitting the strings too hard. The G can be a little trickier, but actually you have your pointer, middle, and ring finger available to just stay above the string and land gently on the string to mute it. So, and there you have it. What we're going to add now is a bass part that's going to work with those chords. Notice that the notes that I'm using are the same as what we talked about earlier in the ice cream chords patterns. My C, 1, 2, A, open string A, F, G, and back to C. But notice the rhythm pattern that I'm doing now is a little different. It's not always on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Again, notice the technique that I'm using by muting the strings. On the C, it's really easy. I just pluck the note and I loosen up the pressure, lift up my ring finger just enough so the string stops playing. On the A, on the F, it's the same idea, and on the G, same idea. The A is the problematic one here because it's an open string and we're not pressing anywhere. So what I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of the middle finger here, and maybe even a little ring, by landing on the string just a little bit, just very lightly touch it. You can see actually that when I'm touching this, I can actually slip a paper behind my fingers, between the strings behind my finger. I'm not, if I was pressing all the way down, could not slide underneath. I'd be getting stuck here at my fingers. Now this light touch, this paper can slide underneath the strings. I'm also using my right hand to help me out a little bit without muting by playing, whether I'm doing it with a pick, landing with a pick on the string just to make it stop, or if I was doing it with my thumb or fingers. You can see that I'm using a sort of a walking finger idea by plucking the note with one finger and landing it with the next finger. And there you have it. Let's get a little fancier on the bass pattern. And this is focusing again on the left hand. Let me show you. For the C, what I'm going to do is I start with a regular C. I move up to what was the G note, and I do this little pattern to set up the next C. It starts with a ring finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, G, G, 5th string, 2nd fret, B, G, B, C, C, G, B, C, C. Then to set up the A, I'm going to go C, B, A, C, 5th string, 3rd fret, B, 5th string, 2nd fret, A. Next I got A, G, F, A, G, F, A on the 5th string, open string, G on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and F on the 6th string, 1st fret, A, G, B, B. Then I got F, A, G. This is probably the most complicated pattern in this whole thing. F on the 6th string, 1st fret, A on the 5th string, open. Kind of a little bit of jumping around here, finishing on the G note on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and back to my setup for the C, G, B, C, G, B, C, and there you have it. Again, lastly, of course, I'm going to show you the bass part on an actual bass guitar. Again, quick reminder, the 4th strings that are on the bass are tuned like the 4th thick string of a guitar, so you don't have to do anything too much. You can practice it on guitar like I showed you and then transfer it. Just assume that the thick string is like your big thick string on your guitar. And you're going to start same thing, C, G, B, C, then A, C, then F, A, G, F, G, A, sorry, F, A, G, and back to. One of the things you may notice is I'm kind of moving around with the fingerings that I use. I pick the fingering that works for that situation. All the time. And that's your whole song. Just play that, find somebody else to play the backbeat pattern with you, and you guys have a band going.